Hey everyone, thanks for returning. First off, I just want to give an apology. I've been really busy lately and haven't had any time to do any content. However, I do got some game reviews coming up. Five Tribes, Crossmaster Jr., and there's another one. Clank. And Clank, I had an opportunity to finally get a playthrough of that. And so I'm going to be doing some videos on those also. I've been really busy, birthday parties, car trouble, school, internship. It's just a very busy time for me right now. However, I do want to let you guys know that I did secure an interview time for Mayday Games, Haba, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I think it's pronounced Calliope Games. They make games like Roll For It. And so I'm looking forward to those interviews. I'm going to be reaching out to some other game developers to get some interviews set up. And I'm going to ask them if it's okay if I can share their interview on my channel, because any statements they're going to use, I'm going to try to add into a book. I want to write a book, or if I, depending on how much information I get, a journal article at the very least, to talk about the therapeutic properties of games, family engagement, games and autistic children, games and autistic adults, just various ways to engage people at different cognitive levels, and the importance of those games, or should I say gameplay. And so there are some updates, and I want to jump into those right away. So here we go through these. That way I have some time to go through the games that have been posted on Board Game Geek's website. And so first off, if you guys didn't know, Saturday badges were expected to sell out. There was a last call given, which that's one of those other updates that I'm going to touch on. But just like the 4-day badges, I was on YouTube giving fair warning to all the viewers that it was going to sell out, and it did. And so just like that, Saturday is about to sell out. They're expecting it to sell out by this weekend, I do believe. Also, there's another day which I'm going to touch on. Paizo is doing a new season of Pathfinders. I really enjoy their Pathfinder adventure card game. It's a great adaptation for a role-playing game and a card game. It's one of me and my wife's favorite games, and I do plan to do a review of that, but I'd like for her to be in on that video too, if that's possible for her, just because it works better with two people. But this is a game I'm going to do a review on. I do have the first two core sets. I don't have the third one yet, and so I'm wondering if there's going to be a new one this year. I've not heard. And then I talked about Dragonborn before. I've kind of went through it. I'm not sure if it's a game I'm interested in. It's a card game. I mean, something I probably have to kind of stop by and check out demo and see how it's played. And then you can get some good reviews and check out the Circle City, Indianapolis. There's a lot of great stuff in Indy, like not too far from the convention center, a few blocks. There is a bar that I will be at. I'm going to go to this bar not to drink, but for the atmosphere. It's called Tappers, I do believe. It's a 80s themed arcade bar. So there's pinball machines, arcade machines, and I hope that they have a family room. I've never been there, but I'm going to contact them to see if they do, and I'll let you guys know here on YouTube. But that's something I'm very interested in checking out and getting some of that nostalgia back. Alright, so then going to this one, here again, the last call. So like limited quantities left on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Family Fun Day badges are also available while supplies last. Evil Overlord Games premieres. I'm not quite sure what this is. It's attention puzzle fans, LARPers, so it's something that people like. That sounds like it's very interactive. I mean, it's like LARPers, and then puzzle fans, something that people can actually interact with. And then the creators of the Wild West Exodus is going to have a free promo mini at Gencon. It says free promo mini of legendary cosplay demo games of second. And I can't pronounce that name, so I'm not going to bother trying. Demo games of second edition. So I might just stop by, demo it, because just it looks great. The miniatures look great, and I would love to have a miniature to paint. And if I like the game and I can find people to play with me, I would definitely play this. I am very interested in miniature games, miniature war games. It's just I don't have anybody to play with. So like Malifaux, some people call it Malafox, but I think it's pronounced Malifaux, the proper French way of pronouncing it. Is a great looking game that I would love to get my hands on and play, but I'm not going to spend the money if I have no one to play with. And again, this game looks like it would provide some really great gameplay, and just looking at how they have it all set up. And obviously some swag. I need to order some swag. The dice bags look great. I don't think I'm going to get a hoodie. It's not worth the price. The shirt, obviously I got to get a shirt. And then Saturday sold out. Here it is. You know, they were giving people fair warning, as you could see. It says limited quantities left of Thursday and Friday. Epic Games need epic sound. Sirenscape celebrates. Sorry, Sirenscape celebrates Gencon 50. Badge fulfillment underway, so they're printing off everything for you know, to be shipped out and to be ready for a will call. And there's some entertainers. It says game designers, last chance for first exposure playtest hall. Game designers, this is your last chance to participate in the first exposure playtest hall. And so if you were interested in creating a game, that would be a place that you'd want to demo it to see how people, you know, what people would think of it. Okay, then Sunday, that's the other day, is expected to sell out. Okay, and so if you are wanting to take your family, you need to get this pass. It's the best way to get into Gen Con for a family of 4, just for one day. I think it's like $45 plus tax. I think after taxes, it comes to like almost $60, but that's for 4 people. Whereas like just one day is over $60 alone. And that's a question. Is a brand new party game from Zek Games. Cash in your cards. So Troll and Toad is obviously going to be at Gen Con. They always are. I'm actually in the process of going through a collection of Magic cards and selling on various websites. Stopped at a yard sale. Somebody was selling the Magic cards. Sold it for a really good price. And so I picked it up, and now I'm piecing it out, trying to get the most of it. Apocrypha. Lone Shark Games are debuting Apocrypha. So alright, so let's dig into Board Game Geek. Alright, so here's another new game developer I've never heard of. Adams Apple Games, LLC. Truck Off. The Food Truck Frenzy. And so I think this is kind of a funny game. I mean, if you go to Gen Con, there's food trucks outside, so I mean, I get the humor in that. I mean, I don't think they designed that game for that reason, but I find humor in that for that reason. So I might be interested in stopping in and checking out that game. And that's our $25 for a game company I've never heard of, and for a game that isn't completely on my radar. I don't know if $25 is worth it, but again, I mean, I can always stop in and check it out. Artana is another one that's listed. Einstein, His Amazing Life and Incomparable Science. I mean, I'm a fan of Einstein, so worth something checking out. Maybe it was abstract. Tulsa versus Edison Duel. Nice. And here's Calliope Games. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure. It could be Calliope Games. However, I am going to be interviewing these guys, and so obviously I'm going to get an up close and personal look at some of the games like Ancestry, Capital City, Dicey Peaks, Wordoku, and then they were wanting to talk about Suro, because I think it's a good game for autism people, so I'm going to be checking that out. Cardboard Dynamo, Giga Robo, some crazy named games, Catan Studios, Catan Seafarers, Elf Creek Games, located in the First Exposure Playtest Hall. So again, if you wanted to go there and check out those games, that's definitely a place to go check out new games. They have a game called End of the Trail. So obviously I'm assuming this is a new game developer. Floodgate Games. I don't know if this was on the last video I did. Dome Crushers. News 11. Okay, they were. Foxmine Games has posted a couple new games. So we talked about Head of Mousehold before. Museum Heist. But Slide Blast. See, in Slide Blast, players ride down slides to be the best slider in the world. So just a different version of Chutes and Ladders, perhaps. So maybe something we'll check out, because obviously I got kids and they like certain kind of games. Galacta. This is a new company. I've never heard of it before. This War of Mine, the board game. It is the tabletop adaptation of the award-winning video game that pictures the drama of civilians trapped in a war-torn city. Well, what video game? That could be various games. And then Game Salute has this game, which I didn't get a chance to really talk about it that much because I forgot when I ran through it. But this game is a heavy story-driven game, and they're going to have it in like a complete treasury for $195. It's a story-driven RPG type game that I guess is really good for families. I'm really interested in checking it out. I've heard some good reviews about it, and so Storm Hollow, a storyboard game, and then over here it says Story Realms. So that might be something you want to put on your radar. I mean, not to spend $200 on, but to check out. Great Northern Games, Lucky's Misadventure, Lost Oddtopia. You and your dog Lucky should not have taken the shortcut through the woods that night. Sounds interesting. It's available for demo. Dice Hate Me Games, Greater Than Games. They're coming out with Bottom of the Ninth Clubhouse expansion. So it's a expansion for a baseball type board game. Interesting. Greater Than Games, Exoplanets. I'm not sure if I talked about that or not before. And then Fate of the Elder Gods. I think I did. Spirit Island. MSRP $80. The expansion selling for $30. Intriguing. Something to definitely check out. IDW. They're coming out with a Centipede board game. And so any of you guys that have the itch to play Atari, they're coming out with a series of games. I've seen this somewhere. I can't remember if it was on Board Game Geek or if it was on Dice Tower. Somewhere I've seen it that Atari was coming out with a series of games. So Centipede is one of them. I think Galaxa or Galaga would be another one. And so I'm very interested in checking this out because of the nostalgia factor and see how the game actually plays. Outpost Siberia, Sakatsu, The Legend of Korra, Pro Bending Arena. I'm a big fan of the Legend or the Avatar series, the Airbender series. Not the movie that was a waste of time, but the actual cartoon animation. And I did watch some of the Legend of Korra. It had a great beginning with, and somewhere it just kind of got really weird. And so the fact that they got a game out, I'm going to definitely check this out. It's available for demo. Torres. Yellow Bunny Kingdom. King of Tokyo Halloween. Mountains of Madness. It says 1931, your scientific expedition discovers a new and intriguing mountain range in the middle of the Antarctic Polar Circle. Huh, interesting. Sticky Chameleons, looks like a kid's game. Indie Boards and Cards. Aeon's End, The Void. Aeon's End, War Eternal. Aeon's End, The Outer Dark. Bees! So a silly little game, looks like for kids. Delve, looks like another generic RPG type game. Brave delvers from across the realm have journeyed to seek their fortune within the dungeons of Skull Cavern. Gold, treasures, and perilous adventures await beyond every door. Gold, treasures, and perilous encounters await behind every door. Grab your gear, sharpen your swords, and watch out for those kobolds. Doesn't sound too appealing, but I'd give it a look. Pirate 21, 2 to 6 players. Avast ye mateys! That's funny. So it's a competitive card game for 2 to 6 players. I wonder if it's like blackjack or something. 21. Witching Hour. Inside Up Games. Summit the board game. I've heard some good things about that one. Japanime Games. Dynamite Nurse. Now, I have to say that there are just some games that I won't pick up. And obviously looking at these games here, I disagree with trashy artwork of women. I don't want my daughter growing up and thinking that's the norm. She has to dress, quote unquote, slutty, just to get recognized for who she is or to be noticed. And I don't want my son to grow up and look for women that dress like this or try to, disrupt his life chasing after women because that's how women think they're supposed to dress. And so, enough of my little tangent. I just don't agree with women half naked all the time on a game. Or at all. And so, Heart of Crown, Far East Territory. Kimomami Panic? Kimomami Panic? Interesting. Sword Art Online board game, Sword of Fellows. The Terrifying Girl Disorder. I think it's based off an anime or something. Very interesting name. Jasco Games. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Friends and Frenemies. They're the ones that did the Mega Man board game. They also do a card game. I can't exactly remember what it is. And then Cowboy Bebop, the board game. Dragon Ball Z miniatures game. So, Zachary, I think you're going to be interested in this game. You can be Vegeta or Piccolo. And then looks like they're going to be coming out with some Mortal Kombat X and Street Fighter characters. And you possibly could interchange and fight with various collections. So, you might want to put your hero clicks on hold. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what that game is like. Gascony's Legacy. Jolly Roger Games. 13 Minutes, The Cuban Missile Crisis. Roadhog, Rule the Road. Junk Spirit Games, By Order of the Queen. Keymaster Games. Campy Creatures. I think one thing that's kind of funny is how many newer publishers I'm seeing this year. At least I'm not familiar with. Maybe they've been around for a while. I don't know. But they only have like one game listed that's new. And so most of them probably share another booth with a bigger game company or other people. But I just think it's kind of neat. It's very exciting to see new faces, people trying to come into the genre and trying to make their own game, trying to make a living off of it, and trying to appease the crowds. And so, if you get a chance to stop by a new developer's table and just demo a game, try it out. I mean, you might be surprised. I was very surprised with Danger Danger Dinosaur. And so this year, like I mentioned before, I am planning on trying to go outside of my comfort zone and look for games that I normally wouldn't like, because I played some games with friends that they had, and I really liked them. So like Five Tribes was a game that I tried with a friend. I really liked it, so I picked it up. Spirium was a game that I liked, so I picked it up. And so I don't just want to go and look for certain genres of games, but trying to venture out and see what else is out there. Then Cosmos, Brutal Kingdom, Exit the Game. So this one was The Abandoned Cabin. This one is The Pharaoh's Tomb. This one is The Secret Lab. And so these games are like 15 bucks a piece. They're a one-time use game because they actually have you destroy cards. I'm not a big fan of destroying property, especially things that I'd have to buy. You know, like the game, I bought the game. Why would I want to destroy it? But so it's just one of those things that I guess, you know, someone says it's cheap, it's 15 bucks, but to me that's 15 bucks. And so if there's a way to play the game without destroying it, I'd try that. But from what I understand, these games are a lot of fun. Jungle Party, Kerala, The Way of the Elephant, Mag. Now this one was really neat. I think you have a race car on a track, and on the back side is a magnet, and you have to tell the person on the other side. So it's like a team building. You're telling someone on the other side of the map which way to move the magnet so you can get your car around. Excuse me. The track. And so you're working together. And so I could see myself picking up this game when it becomes available, because it's going to be for demo, and working with my kiddos for team building activities and communication skills. Word Slam, that's definitely a game that we're looking into. I've heard a lot of good reviews on it. And then I think we'll just stop here for now. Laptop.fi games. So we'll pick that up again next time. And so I'm going to definitely try to get through all the games that are coming out prior to Gencon. That's my goal. And in the meantime, finish up homework I need to get done, and try to do some content for you guys. I'm angry at myself. I have not got a chance to videotape any games. I went to a birthday party, my son's birthday party, last weekend to where my family lives, which is in northern Indiana. And I had took my camera and I intended to record us playing games, but I was just so busy, and then we had some car trouble, so I had to leave and go take care of my wife's van. And then by the time I got back, I was just tired, and I just wanted to sit down and relax and play a game without setting up the camera and doing, you know, all the things that are involved with recording. And so that kind of stinks, but I do plan on doing some, hopefully by this weekend. Another game that I plan to do is Flick 'em Up. I know some people that are interested in the Flick 'em Up Dead of Winter, and so I'm going to do a service to them in a way by showing them how Flick 'em Up is played. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be different mechanics, but you're still flicking things in Flick 'em Up Dead of Winter. So, again, like and share. If you want to be a part of my channel, subscribe. Until next time, you guys have a wonderful week.